Here's something interesting that I thought about today. And if you're new and you like yapping about books, do me a favor, hit that follow button. So, when I was 10 years old, I went to my very first therapist. My parents were getting divorced. My mom thought going to a therapist was a good idea. She handed me this book. Not the book I'm going to talk about, but she handed me a book. And she said, the best lessons that you'll ever learn is by reading a book. And it's funny because I haven't thought about that story in a very long time until I listened to Brighter Than Before by Courtney Walsh. This book is about a woman, Claire, who ends up having a really bad divorce. Her husband cheats on her, and she decides to take life into her own hands and move all the way to Chicago to start a new life. She makes this whole list, starts checking things off, and then she meets a guy named Miles. And Miles is the owner of the building. And they become really good friends, and Miles helps her see that she is more than what she was treated. They fall in love, yada, yada, yada. What I like about Courtney Walsh and what she does so well is she takes situations and she turns them into these stories that just make you feel good and remind you of things that maybe you need to think about that you haven't thought about in a very long time. Like there's always an exit at the end of the storm. Your good life comes from your bad pain, so on and so forth. And this is why I love this book, because it was something that I needed in the moment that I read it. And it's a book that I highly recommend to anybody who needs a fun, easy, soul searching summary type of book. 5 stars for me. If you've read this book, let's yap in the comments.